Hello viewers. As you have seen, we have been meeting the Indians who are doing very well in UK, and we call it as Influential Indians in UK series. As part of that, today I'm here at the Lalit, the historical place, as you know, to meet the youngest chef, executive chef rather, ever the London has seen from Indian diaspora. So I'm here to introduce you to Chef Joman, uh, youngest executive chef that London has ever seen from Indian diaspora. So we'll go into a bit more detailed conversation with him. So looking forward to the conversation with you, chef.
Me too.
Yeah. Thank you so much, first of all,
Pleasure.
for giving this time to us
Pleasure is
and
all ours.
hosting us at Lalit, which is an amazing place, and it's one of it's always on my bucket list, right? And Baluchi is
Yes,
definitely
it's
one
one
of
of the best restaurants.
yeah, one of the best restaurants. So I do have a huge list of questions, but
Oh,
yeah, I'll try to keep it short. Yeah. All right. So Joman, so what we, I mean, how I want to do this is basically to give a bit more perspective to the career as well as a chef.
Yeah.
What happens and what is its executive chef? I know that you have so much success you have seen at the young age, so we want to touch base on all of that stuff. To start with, let's go to your culinary journey, how it started, who you are,
Okay.
where are you from,
Okay.
all that stuff. Yeah.
See, I'm from India, basically south part of India,
Yeah.
Kerala, and there's a small village called Thonikkada that is in Alapi district, which is quite famous for its backwaters, fish, houseboats, and everything. So I'm a typical village boy, to be very honest. Who fond of eating food.
Wow.
That was the initial thing. I mean, I have said this story in many interviews actually. So I was a spoiled kid at home, and I wanted to eat food from outside. I mean, I was quite keen to know or keen to try all the eateries in and around my hometown. I mean, from the 10th standard onwards. Until 10, there was like mom's little kid at home. So from then on, it's like, so from the 10th, 11th, and 12th, I mean, I will get some more space outside the home. So then I started exploring those. And so it became a headache for my mom.
Yeah.
That's how it all started. And she basically took me to one of my teachers, and she asked me, please advise him. The habits is quite bad. I mean, I don't know where he getting money from. Actually, I used to get money from my mom itself, and I used to walk outside without my parents know. Not for anything else, only for food, only for my pocket money for my food. So then I conveyed the story to one of my teachers, and he was quite interested to know more about it. So I elaborately said, okay, why I need money, where I'm going and having my food, what the eateries I used to try, and what the pleasure I'm getting for trying those eateries. So it was so from him actually. Then he asked me, then why don't you choose this as a career? If you like the food, if you want to eat, I mean, if you're taking so much of sacrifice at the age of 16, I mean, you're going outside to work without your parent know to get the pocket money to eat. So that was quite interesting. That's what he said. So then he given me an insight of something called chef. So my concern was not a career.
Okay.
My concern was not a passionate job.
Okay.
My concern was only food.
All right. All right. That's a
What
very
I thought
interesting
like,
way to look into it.
what I thought like, okay, if I became a chef, I mean, okay, I don't want to just
You get access to kitchen directly.
exactly. You know, I don't want to find extra money for my food.
Okay.
That was my initial stage. Then in between, there was a guy came from a holiday from the ships. So I got a chance to talk to him, and he said like, oh, there are lots of chefs are working in the ships. So then I thought like, okay, I can travel around the globe. I can see new places. I can try new food from new places around the globe. So I been to hotel management college only to my concern was okay. I want to become a chef. I want to join a ship, and I want to travel around the globe. It's all started from there. Unless until I got a chance to fed around 450 people
Wow.
back home. So it was again, it's something called Ashwas Bhavan. It's like a couple from homeland. They're taking care of elderly people. They're taking care of specially able kids. Um, they are just picking those people are just on the roads. So nobody to look after them. So they just taking them to give them shelters and food, everything. So they have around 415 maids. I didn't know that. What my parents do on my kids' birthday or now wedding anniversary or our birthday, they used to give food for them. So it's basically they have a tariff. Okay, if you want to give a chicken biryani, give us 20,000 rupees or 10,000 rupees. So we'll give chicken biryani on your name. You also can come down and you can have a meal with them together. So then I got to know this. So when I was on a holiday, so I asked my dad, man. He said, okay, can I go and cook for them? So I'll pay the money for whatever the ingredients instead of just giving them money. Also, I know how to cook. So I don't know, somewhere I got that thought. So I asked them, is that okay for me to come down to their kitchen and cook for them? So they were very happily, they invited me, okay, come down. So I was expecting 100 people. I didn't know that it was a huge community there. So I was expecting, okay, 100 people, I'll make a small biryani and I'll see. I was quite keen to do a large cooking actually. The moment I reached, then I thought, I realized it was a wrong move which I took because there were inmates of 150 people
Oh.
and there was no one around. I mean, I didn't see any professional kitchen to work around. So there was a big woods and the big burners with the woods they used to make food from. So I got scared a bit. But somehow there were lots of elderly ladies. They came to help. They were doing all the cuttings. They would do all the cleanings and everything. So it went well. They really like the food actually. That was only one time when I was working in a very homely kitchen. So I was as an executive chef or as a head chef from five-star hotels and always into the London's top restaurants. So and I was only worked in typical professional kitchens. So from there to those kitchen was something tremendous change actually. To cope up with that heat, smoke, there was no exhaust, there was no fresh air coming through. There were no uniform. There were no proper inhalers.
And this happened after you
Yeah,
moved to London.
yeah.
Recently. Okay.
So it was, I mean, maybe three times before my vacation. I mean,
Oh,
probably
okay,
5 or 6 years before.
Okay.
I was here only. I mean,
Yeah.
so I moved from
okay.
here.
Makes sense.
So then an elderly lady, very elderly lady, she came down to me. She put both her hands on my hand and she started crying and she gave me a kiss on my forehead and she said,
Yeah.
"Oh man, it was really good food."
Brilliant.
Until then, it was only a food thing. It was a food generating job for me. From then on, I started viewing this job from another corner. So
That's the moment of truth.
yes,
Yeah. So
then
that's
I
when
started
you revealed
realizing it's not only
actually,
a money making job. It's not. I mean, it was not a money making job, but still, you used to slaughter in the kitchen for 16, 17 hours a day, back home also. But still, from that moment onwards, I started loving this job, and I felt like this is a blessed job. So if you want to give food for somebody, you give £5. So they can buy the food. So for that, you need a small heart, okay, to want to spend £5 to him, to make food for him or another person. So you have to literally put your heart into it, right?
True.
So to make somebody happy with the food what you cooked, it's something great.
Quite emotional.
I felt tears.
Yeah. Quite emotional.
So I never forget that day in my life. So from then on, I took this career as very challenging, and I give my everything. I give my best to survive, and then I thought, okay, I want to be the best. So this is an unsung story. We see chefs around. I mean, we see Gordon Ramsay, we see big chefs. So from the town or from the village like me. So when I asked my dad, I want to be a chef, he said like, I don't have anyone to send to servant's job. So initially I didn't realize. I mean, until he said like, oh yeah, servants comes to our houses. I mean, they cook for us. So I don't want my son to go on somebody's house and cook for them or somebody's. I mean, that was the initial thing. So I had to fight from that level to fulfill my passion.
That's brilliant. Oh, wow, what a story. So, chef, let's dissect the journey. I mean, it's amazing journey. It's quite emotional though.
I know, I'm quite down with my fever. I need some.
It's fine. Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And Lalit is known for hospitality. So I've seen that happening already in the last few minutes. Guys, believe me, it's amazing here. So, my question basically is, when like I know you said as a child you were fond of food, then kitchen was your place of heaven, and then you moved into this like looking into options and all, and you rightly said your dad was so true. I mean, in a way that that's how the community looks at it, right? I mean, back home, I mean there was nothing called it's not a glossy job as such, right? It's more like a blue collar,
Yep.
not even white collar, right? So people do watch that way. So in your journey, right? I mean the culinary journey. Where I know you said about this like after you come to
Yep.
London and then you moved. That's more of an emotional story. But when you were in India and you wanted to pursue this as a career, at some point, when was that moment that you thought, yes, this can become a career? Instead of like, while you're, I mean,
See,
did you study hotel management?
yes,
or
I did.
Like, okay.
So I told you the story about my teacher giving me an
Yeah,
insights.
yeah.
So I started talking about chef career wherever I get it. So we didn't have internet. We didn't have internet options to go and search for things. And so we don't know much. So we only know okay where we get to connect. So there were a guy came from a holiday. So I asked him so what exactly. So there was a big brother called Josh. He was doing a catering at that time. So I asked him. I mean, he was a Sheraton-based chef. I mean, he was working in Kuwait Sheraton. So when I asked him, and is it a good job? So he was very full. So he never. I think he never get somebody asked him like about the chef job. So he was supporting me. So that's how I picked up the points of a career. So that's only options what I had. So then I moved with my same teacher. Then he helped me out to gather some more informations. He helped me to find a better college, and I studied in Bangalore as a 4-year degree course, BHM,
Okay.
Bachelor's in Hotel Management. So it was a task to get yes from my dad. Yeah, mom's all the pre-things worked, and he said finally yes. Um, he was saying only two conditions. I mean, yeah, all 4 years I have to be in the hostel. So he knows me well. So second thing he said like he never give you bike. So I had a bike at that time. So he said like you never get a chance to take your bike to Mangalore. So then if you want to go, go. It's your thing. So I don't want after so many years I don't want you to come to me. You just spoil my career. No, I don't want to do that. You can do whatever you want. So see that years became
Okay. You
so
properly
much.
studied the hotel
Yes.
management. So how did you land in London? Generally, I know I have a lot of friends from Kerala, a lot of friends from the Malayali background, right? The quite obvious destination in general is Middle East. I'm not
Yeah, I
stereotyping
know.
here,
I know. I
but
know.
it's
That was my dream
pretty
either.
pretty much
Yes.
normal that most of the South
Yes.
Indian or
Half of the
especially Kerala,
Malayalis you'll get in the Middle East.
yeah, in Middle East, right? So how did that happen? Like why
See,
London?
it's again very uncertainly. I mean, I was working in Pune.
Okay.
See, I meant to be a chef in my college life itself because I wanted to be a chef. And see, it's not that okay. I didn't get any other course or I didn't get any other career options. I landed up in hotel management. No, I wanted to be a chef,
yeah.
so I landed up in hotel management. So you can find me after 4 o'clock, or 5 o'clock. People used to go to football and volleyball. So you can find me in a hostel kitchen. So my concern was if I helped them, there was a chef called Nair. I mean, it was in Kerala itself.
Yeah.
So he was the main cook. So I used to go and help him out to roll chapatis, to make gravy. So what my point was, I'll get extra chicken fries. So food was concern. That was the only thing.
It's always
The food.
emotion, yeah.
Yeah. So my concern was if I help him, so I was quite happy in the
Yeah,
kitchen.
yeah.
So
It
then
makes
I'll get
sense.
my food. So everyone get one piece of chicken fry. I'll get 2 or 3 pieces of chicken
Yeah.
fry. So I'm quite happy with what I had.
Yeah.
So everyone knows I became a chef. I mean, he will be a chef. So I got a campus selection. I was working with one of the specialty restaurants in Pune. So I got a call suddenly. I still remember that I was peeling a whole box of garlic. No matter you studied hotel management, you studied IHM, when you landed up in career, you have to start from the scratch.
Yeah.
So there were lots of big chefs. I mean, they probably not from the college, but these college students came to the kitchen, so there's like a big gap in between. They will feel okay. There are kalka bacha hai yaar, hame sikhane ke liye. So for us, it's like they never been to hotel management colleges and they want to teach us. So it's a gap is between. So to minor the gap, it was the trick. So I was peeling a whole box of garlic. I mean, I got a call from one of the local number. I took number. I didn't know who is he. So I just picked the call and answered. It's one of my college friends. His name is Subish. I mean, from Kerala. So he said like, yeah, I'm going to London.
Oh,
So I got a surprise. So what? No. See, he's saying like, and I'm in Bombay at the moment. I was working in Pune. So I'm in Bombay at the moment. I got my visa done. So I'll be going to London. I literally don't know where he got an idea of going to London. My London dream started from that call.
Wow.
So then I say like, okay, for me it's like I wanted to be a chef and I'm still peeling my garlic. And people didn't even want to be in this career or didn't even want to in hotel management college. Somehow they landed. And they are in London and I'm still in Pune peeling garlic. I was very desperate and I called my mom. Somehow she convinced dad again. He sent me to here. It was again a big story. So it's the same agency I went through, and I came down. He said like, so I'll get the part time done and everything. And so then I thought like I wanted to learn culinary management. There was only one college doing culinary management in London was Hammersmith College. So then nobody came with me to go to agencies and everything. Fine. So I was the only one. My dad is in Saudi Arabia. Mom is alone in Kerala with a younger brother. So there is no one around to come with me. So from Pune, I gone alone to Bombay and met the agency. My dad sent me the DD of 4 lakhs. So I given submitted everything. I got the visa, everything done. Then I moved to Kerala on a vacation. Then I fly from there. So when I came here, I still remember that day. I mean, I came on Kuwait Airways. I couldn't fly on this. I couldn't fly on the same particular flight, so I had to catch a flight on next day. So I had to hold one whole day in Kuwait. So my concern was I didn't know who was going to come and pick me because the guy supposed to come from the college who doesn't know when my flight is delayed. So see, thanks for the hotel management. I was from hotel management, so I gone to Kuwait Sheraton. I was staying there from the airways giving me the accommodation. I told my friend of his guys, I wanted to access internet. I want to send a mail. So only because of hotel management, I know okay if I go there, I'll get an access. So he said okay. So I sent a mail to one of my cousin's sister and to the college, and I didn't have any clue whether I gonna get the mail. Is somebody gonna pick me from the airport? So that's how I landed in this
Quite a
country.
typical journey, right? See,
Yeah.
like most of us would have seen similar kind of background.
Yes.
And I mean, the irony is like, whichever study you do, when you get into the, I mean,
Yeah.
like you were saying, peeling garlics, after studying so much.
But I still peel garlic. No.
The same thing happens with, I know, I'm from business background, right?
Okay.
So they're like students coming from, ISBs or rest of business schools. The day one, they come in, like, boss may ask you to print some papers. You'll be like, you know what, I'm from ISB, so it doesn't matter.
I can
You know,
feel that.
Yeah, you get my point, right? I mean, it's the same everywhere.
Yeah.
So, okay, that's good. So once you moved here to London, right? So the journey of chef to executive chef,
Yeah.
and how, I mean, Lalit is such a big name, right?
Yeah.
Not everyone gets here, and getting here is one deal,
Yeah.
and after that, becoming executive chef,
Yeah.
then getting featured on MasterChef.
Okay.
Like, a lot of things happened in the last 6-7 years.
By God's grace,
Yeah.
parents pray and everything falls on right time. I must
okay.
say, I'm not saying that I'm an extraordinary person or I'm an extra skilled person. No, I'm not saying that. Maybe it's all His blessings. I mean, it's all falls
That's
on the
being
right
humble.
time. Yeah.
That's humility. Yeah.
Actually, I mean, I want to see. As I said before, I just want to do the culinary management from Hammersmith College. After being into the college and everything, I mean, I gone to college. Then I realized I've been cheated. So I have got an admission for one of the law colleges to do some law, PG in law or something, which I didn't want to do. I mean, I wanted to do culinary management. There was only one college, it was Hammersmith College. So I was very desperate. I mean, I was very heartbroken. So I wanted to do this. I mean, I can't say my dad because it's his heart and money. He's given me the money, and he didn't want me to pursue in this career. So he used to call me once in a week. So only on Fridays. I mean, we didn't have mobiles on that time. So when he was on off, that was only one Friday. He used to call and he asked me 3 questions. Are you okay? You go to church and are you? I don't know. He said, you okay for your career? I mean, do you think you can survive in this? I mean, I said only these 3 questions. Whenever he called, these 3 questions was pakka. I mean, he asked me 3 questions. So I landed up here. Then I can't go on my dad and say that okay, I've been cheated, so I can't. I'm just stuck. So I can't say that. So I been to that college to see what the colleges was. So I've been to Hammersmith College to see what my college is. So it was a very heartbreaking day. I wanted to study there, and I've seen the college labs. which I couldn't. Then I came back and luckily I got some part-time jobs and I started earning money, and I have done a hospitality management from one of the colleges. At that time we didn't have universities. We had small colleges. So I have done a PG in hospitality management. Then I started working in one of the restaurants called Bombay Palace. When I started working in Bombay Palace, then the actual game starts. Uh, it was like a training. Also, for example, it's like a military. You need that tremendous training period. We have to carry forward to earn something or to become a soldier.
Yeah.
So for me, it was that. Uh, Under chef, he was very hard on me and very good-hearted, very honest. The managers were, they really took me on board, but they really given me a hard time too in the kitchen. But thanks for those hard time, because of those hard time, I'm here today.
You learned a lot.
Yeah, I learned a lot. I used to do the butcheries. They were literally like it was like a hectic training for me. I mean, they wanted to be so over there. What happens? They were all experienced chefs. I mean, like their experiences more than my age at that time. So I was like a little kid in front of them. So I used to do everything for them, and I was like a little helper for everyone. So sometimes if I felt like I am a little helper. I have done a graduate and I'm not reaching anywhere. I'm nothing. So that's how it started. Then I made my space. I started holding the sections. It all started from there. I in this in this country, I even washed garbage rooms. I washed garbage bins. Um, I didn't have a money. Um, there was only I remember there was only one pound in my pocket, and I was searching for jobs in the Eastham High Street. I took a printouts for £1. I got three printouts, and from High Street, from north to south, I walked. I had these three handouts to those restaurants, and I come back and I take that resume back. I asked them, see, if you're not giving me job, I don't mind. Give me the resume back, so I don't have any extra money to get another printout. So I that was the start. See, as I said, I was a very spoiled kid back home. So I learned what hunger is in this country. Um,
So you were a pampered kid back home.
I don't say pampered, but it was like
You never had hungry
no.
days
It
for
was
hunger.
only mom day. After 10th,
Yeah, I know,
who listens to mom?
Correct,
So
correct.
we were like, dad is in Saudi Arabia.
So
and
true, so
yeah,
true.
it's like okay, if you listen to mom, we feel like a babies.
Yeah,
So after 10th, I never listened to mom. So it was like अपना छोटे में जो रहता है ना.
Apna
That
Bazar,
was yeah,
Apna
exactly.
Bazar, Apna Market.
That
So
was
London has shown the life to you.
actually yes. London show me what the hunger is. London show me what the humble life is. London show me what exactly a human being is. I've been to the church. Actually, we didn't have our own church. We used to gather in a school. So we had what happens in the early Sunday morning. We have to make this classrooms into a church congregations, and then we have to revamp it back after the church. So I used to go there in the morning. I do everything. There were lots of people coming. Everyone will help, and they keep all the brioche and everything from the littles. So I eat that.
Yeah,
I go maybe langar nahi tha वैसा वो church में.
No,
So,
समझ गया.
yeah, so I used to eat that and I go. That was my one day meal. Nobody knows. In the church, nobody realized. Okay, that was my one day meal. The people used to come. I was alone. Everyone is with the family, so they used to take me to the restaurants. After the church, they invite me. Come, we'll go for food. And I said no. But they forced me to take. So they never realized that was the only meal I'm going to have for that particular day. But I'm really thankful to the God. I could invite all those people to my own home. I could cook for them all. And I invited all those people who fed me in the church, and I invited them, and many times I fed them in my home. So that was the initial start. I got in London.
What a journey. And what happens generally, Joman, is this is quite a journey for a lot of Indians, I think. But the differentiation is basically most of them would give up, and some won't. And you one of the you asked me offline why me for this interview. The reason, as I said, like influential Indians. When I say it doesn't mean that big business people. Those are the people who has seen the life in difficult times and how they can inspire the next generation. We call it in Hindi, right? आगे वाली पीढ़ी को कैसे समझाए हम.
समझिए.
So like the things that you have gone through, most of the Indian students coming, and I want this to be very clearly told as well, because a lot of people comes with dreams to London, and London is amazing place.
It's not spoon feeding London.
Yeah. There's nothing called spoon feeding. Here you have to learn everything. You have to hit your stones. You have to hit your flowers, whatever it is. It comes on your way. But how you convert that into the success stories is the game. And being a chef, probably, I mean, I do have a lot of friends who are big guys in this industry. But what they always tell me is London is a place for me to stay because I can feed 190 countries people here.
Yeah.
That's the only opportunity you get in London. I don't think there are a lot of cities in the world that can give you this kind of opportunity.
That's true.
So, okay, I'll come back to that journey, but I want to be a bit focused on your journey because you would have seen a lot of your friends. Because I know when I was researching on you, I've seen you open Navarichi on the high street, right?
That was the day when I.
You were looking for jobs, and now after like few years, and then you're called as a guest to open a big restaurant.
Yes. I've been to
How
the
was
restaurant.
that feeling?
He was one of my friends who opened the restaurant.
Yeah.
So he called me up. He said, I'm opening a restaurant. I said, wow, wonderful job. I mean, if you want any help, just let me know. I can help you around to plan your kitchen, so plan your menu. So as a friend, I don't mind. So he said, I want you to open my restaurant. I thought he's joking. I mean, pagal hai? No, I want you to open them. I said, why me? There are lots of influential people. I don't want to put black mark on your hard earned money. No. You call somebody else who well known, so they can do. So he said me. I mean, see, I know you from nearly 10 years. You are a self-made man. That's what he said. I still know that. Yeah. So you are a self-made man. I want you to open my restaurants. I never say no. Then after that, I never say no. I said, yes, I will come. I'll be there. So I was just station. I came to Eastern Station. I was just walking down from the station. Normally I just walk down. He said, no, don't walk down. I'll send you the car. You just be somewhere. You come in the car. I was just a normal person, man. Everyone was so happy on that day, but I was very struggling to hide my tears. Because nobody knows, and I had a past of those particular street. And I mean, those Navaruji was another restaurant at that time. Even I had given the resume there.
Yeah.
So God was so helpful and thankful. I mean, I've been to one of the restaurants in the same high street. I was searching for jobs, and I was looking for food. And years later, I was opening a restaurant there.
Right, so, an inspiring journey.
Nowadays, I mean, there are restaurants invite me to come and dine with us. So initially, it was not that.
First time we met you in Nehru Center, you remember?
Yeah.
Because it was Indian Culinary Week, and you were one of those chefs.
Yes.
Being like applauded a lot. So that is quite a journey,
yes.
chef. It's not an easy journey. I mean, you're so humble. You're saying that, but it is quite a journey. But especially for the kid who's coming from streets, who's landed here, cheated by the agencies, didn't know what to do, but still found the way and made sure you made the mark. And
one more thing, I mean, I was helped. I mean, that's what I said. I mean, I was blessed with really good friends. I was blessed with and I was blessed with some really good churchmates, and I made friends here. So when I came in this country, I didn't even know anyone. There was only one guy I know. First time met in the London I still remember there was in a red t-shirt and a blue jeans. He came over, Jomon Guri, was somebody from Bangladesh. So he came, was standing with the placard saying that, Jomon Guri, I'm from your college. Okay, he just took me, and I've been to airport, so now somebody coming in the car and he'll put you in the airport and then we'll go back. So when my dad comes to the airport, it's like a pleasure trip. We call a cab and everyone will go. So when I landed down, he took me to the train and came and all the way to East Ham. And then somebody else came and picked me from East Ham and put me in Ilford. So it was like, oh my God, there's not even a car who came and picked me up. So it was the initial thing. I mean, see, as I said, I was that spoiled kid back home.
I know, brat.
So from there, it was, it's all, I mean, I'm thankful for those situations in my life.
Very good.
Because that teach me what a human should be. And do you know what? I still go to this college, Hammersmith College. Now it's a Western and University College. Now they invited me for as a guest lecturer. So after the COVID, what happens? I got a message from one of the Instagram message from Iceland University College saying that I've seen your pages, I have seen your food presentations, so you're really good on your Indian food. Would you mind to come to our college to teach our students? I said definitely. I never say no to any opportunities. So I gone there. I with all court suit ties and everything. I never been in that such a day. I've been there. When I see the college, I got completely mashed up because when I
That's where I
saw the
got.
college, then I realized I came to study in this college years
yeah.
before, because it was still a red building. Only the name changed. It was Hammersmith College at that time. Now it's West London University College. So I didn't realize okay which college I'm going to. So I get down in Barron's Court. I remember when I get down, I was like, I came to this this station before. I don't know. I told my wife. So I was coming out and I called my wife. I was just talking to her. So I've been to the restaurant. I mean, this particular station. I don't know when I come. It was very familiar station. Okay, बात करके when I was just counting the corner, that I saw I saw the college, and I felt like my hands were shivering. I can still feel shivering. My hands were shivering, and I was standing on the crossing, and I hold the jali. Then I told my wife, I don't think so. I can do anything, and I'm emotionally completely down because I came to study in this college and I couldn't. It was a very heartbreaking day. Years later, when I took the email, it says the same course which I wanted to learn.
You wanted to learn, yeah.
And I'm coming to teach on the same particular course for the current year. So I was completely emotionally completely shocked. I was started shivering, and my palms were like sweating a lot. So I said, I don't think so. I can't do anything much better than this. So he said, no worries, you will do. You will be fine. And I hung the call. I stand there. I stand for nearly 15-20 minutes. I stand there. People crossing, people were looking at me. I don't know what to do. I think, am I going to cry? I'm going to fall. I don't know what to do. I just closed my eyes and I prayed 2 minutes. See, I came all the way here. I don't know what I can pursue. Then it's your blessing I need. I just prayed, gone back, had a coffee from that corner shops, and I just walk off to the college, and I teach them good fish curry, and I explain my stories also to them because very emotional day for me.
True.
So they all inspirationally motivated. That was the first day I am doing a motivational talk. That too, the same college which I want to teach learn. So they invited me again and again. So I am a guest lecturer for those particular
Well done.
colleges.
Yes, well done. It's amazing journey. Very inspiring. Very inspiring. So from there, I know you have seen enough.
Sorry, I think I'm
No,
talking and
you're
talking
very
also.
good. I mean, needed, absolutely needed, and that's the right thing to talk to, especially my student subscribers.
Okay.
I want them to know the journeys because it is important to understand the lows as much as your highs. Success stories doesn't come from a
Easy way.
what do you say, black hole. It doesn't come from there. It goes through
Yeah.
plenty of those sleepless nights.
Yes, always.
And you know me, right? You probably heard about me as well. I have similar or much
Yes.
worse journey than you.
Yeah.
But yeah, we end up here where we are. So it's not easy to get here. Okay, let's talk about fancy stuff now, right?
Yeah.
we have spoken about a lot emotional stuff. Let's talk about MasterChef.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
It's again, as I said, it just falls into the perfect spot. I was working here as a second in command. My executive chef, I didn't want to put the names in, but he resigned. So the master chef, celebrity master chef, they wanted to shoot in an Indian kitchen. So this was probably in a first Indian hotel, and Indian kitchen was very brand new in 2017. So the management decided, okay, anyway he resigned. Let Jomon do it. So I got shocked. I just got a phone call from one of my GM saying, okay, you will do the show. Anyway, when the show will be forecasted, he won't be with us. So the management decided you will do it. I said yes and had the call, and I still didn't. My knees were shivering because
It's difficult.
I was from a
Was that the first time you've been telecasted
yes,
on the television?
yes.
Okay.
I never been to before, and my concern was English. I have studied in a very local Malayalam medium school, and I don't know what to speak and how to speak on the camera. That was a national channel. I was like, then I started learning and all those. I mean, do my research and do my homeworks and everything. But still, on the day I was staying here. The first time was I was sleeping in a 5-star hotel because the show starts at 7 in the morning, so it was hard for me to reach at that time. I got a room. I mean, in my whole life, I mean getting a 5-star hotel stay that in the heart of London, but I couldn't sleep. I just put my chef jacket on the bed, and I was sitting on the chair, and I was
Watching
looking
it,
and
yeah.
watching the chef jacket. I don't know what to do because I didn't want to get
Any
shins on the
stains
chef
on
jackets.
it, yeah, I
So I was
know.
just looking at the chef jacket, and the whole day, all night, I was sitting. Then I fold the chef jacket on the other corner of the bed, and I was trying to grab a sleep, which I couldn't. So by 5 or 6, I got up and I came to kitchen for a coffee. Then I was nearly 20 people in the kitchen.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody's doing a light up, somebody's doing a camera. There were 3 or 4 cameras I can see. And I got I completely, I didn't know what to do. Again, the same story. Took a coffee. I gone outside to the London Bridge, Tower Bridge, basically. There were 2 or 3 chairs. So I had a coffee from the chair and just prayed. See, I need your blessing, nothing else. I'm here. I have done my best. I don't know what else needs to be done. But I don't know. When once I'm back, I put my chef jacket on. I never seen a camera in front of my eyes. I never seen or I have felt okay. I'm getting shoot, I'm getting captured, or there are celebrities in my kitchen zone. I never felt anything. I was just having a normal random uh, service. That's what I felt. I didn't even look at them. I didn't even feel there were cameras. So when I
Were the
was
judges pleased with your work?
my plus 2 teacher,
Okay.
he messaged me after seeing the video.
Uh-huh.
He messaged me in Messenger. I mean, I'm so glad you speaking such a good English. That I took it as a credit because he knows me where I was. So it
What
went
was the
well.
feedback from the judges, MasterChef judges on the food?
Actually, they've been. I mean, those. I mean, I was a trainer for those celebrities, and they've been moved to another level. That itself was a great thing. And so there were 2 celebrities came to me. They never seen what kitchen is. They never seen what Indian foods are.
Oh, okay.
So the one guy, when he's seeing the tandoor for the first time, and he was making shri kebab.
Okay.
So it went well.
Okay. That's
And
amazing.
my quality of the food and my presentation was only my thing. I didn't even think of anything else. So which I didn't like it, I sent them back. So this is not good. I can't serve this. The show went well. That was a stepping stone from a Jomon to a chef Jomon. So people started recognizing me. Um, I didn't even tell to anyone because I didn't know whether he's getting telecast or not. I didn't even know how many minutes he's going to telecast. So
It does change life, I can completely echo that and see that because when I was on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and that day, from the next day, my life completely changed back home in India. You know how popular the show is in India. So I was on the show, and from the next morning, it's like I've hardly had like 10 people calling me a day before that, but I had like 3,000, 4,000 calls in a day, which is like, oh my God, it's tremendous. So that, yeah, it does change lives. Amazing story, right? I mean, beautiful. So after that, so you picked up the exec chef job.
no,
right
actually,
after that?
then after that, there were nearly 6 months. There were none. So I was handling the show. Another executive chef came. I was still assisting them. In the 6-7 months, there were none actually. I was heading it. So there was another executive chef being placed. So he was handling it. Then I was still assisting him, and I was doing my job, and I was happy with what I was. Then he's been gone. Then again I've been heading the show, but from the last 2-3 years I've been promoted as the executive chef.
And just maybe, ignore my lack of knowledge if I don't. But yeah, so just for my subscribers as well, what's the difference between these titles? Would they matter a lot? Are you more like tasting guy, or you still go to the kitchen and do the small stuff? Being exec chef in a big hotels like this, what does it mean?
So in India it means a lot.
Okay.
In India it means you'll get a 50, 60, 70 or 100 people just behind you
Okay.
to do your things.
Okay.
You'll be like a boss for everyone.
Okay.
But when you come to London, and I mean, these are small luxury hotels. We have only 70 rooms. We have only 100 cover restaurants.
Historic, but
But historic, yes,
was
size
quantity
matters.
wise.
Yes.
It's more on quality.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for me, it's like my team was everything. They've seen me. I was a second in command. So pretty much everyone was with me when I was an
You
executive
know the
chef.
team already.
Yeah. So I mean, I got somebody called Chef Ranga. He was probably my dad's age. So giving respect and earning respect was only key. So it's not that okay, I'll be your boss. I mean, you listen to me from next day onwards. No, it's not. It doesn't work in that way. But for me, it's considerably it's executive for me in my knowledge, in my experience. I'm just being a face for my team.
Okay.
That's it. I don't mind. I still do work in the past. I still do cleaning
No, makes sense.
wherever I go.
Absolutely.
I was cutting beans before I was coming to you. I mean, I know there are lots
Also,
of
you
work.
showed me your presentation of
Yeah.
the dessert. It's amazing. Wow.
So
But
it's all
in
happens.
terms of monetary, I mean, I don't want your numbers, obviously, but for the people who are aspiring to pick this as a career,
Yeah.
like when people come to London,
Yeah.
there are two obvious choices: financial
Yes.
industry,
Yeah, I
investment
understand what you're
management,
saying.
financial. Because London is a
I must
financial
say,
hub.
I must
Financial
say,
hub. Is it?
if you hire two execute or two tandoori chefs, see, you will get the pay differently.
Yeah.
It all depends on how experienced you are, how good you are.
Yeah. Yeah.
Doesn't matter you're working in the same job. No, it doesn't matter at all. It all depends on how experienced and how good you are.
But these are lucrative jobs, I know. You're trying to, because I know these are lucrative, because I as I said, I do have my friends who makes a lot of money being executives. So
For me,
for me to tell my subscribers, as I said, this can be a great career. So
it is. I mean, it's a great career, I must
Yeah.
say, and I'm still loving it. As I said before, and I came from that very small village. I got a dad who doesn't want his son to pursue in this career.
True, true.
But 6 years before, I mean, nearly 4 years before, I got a call from a lady in the messenger. Her concern was her daughter wants to pursue in this career. Is that a good for a daughter? Is this a good for a girl from a local village to go to this career? What do you think? Then I start realize. I mean, okay, I have done a good job. I mean, I think I can influence a small girl's mom
Yeah, you
as my
are
career.
intelligent, definitely. Yeah.
So then I started. Okay, I do post lots of things in my in social medias. I mean, I couldn't feel it's like, oh, there is no much lights coming in, there is no much shares coming in. But I personally felt okay, it's reaching somewhere which is needed. I told the lady, would you mind if I get a chance to talk to her? I mean, the daughter. I mean, I had a word with her. She was very passionate. She wanted to be a chef, but somebody said it's not good for women or women chefs. So, so I got confused. I mean, I always watch you, and I respect you, and I always watch your stories and reels and posts and everything. I'm very much influenced, and I want to be a chef. So I told her, see, I've seen many lady chefs who bang men's kitchen. Your mom makes your food. I mean, she's the boss at home in the kitchen, so it doesn't matter. So whether you're a lady or a man, see, you have to know where you do your line. So nobody will cross the line. So where did you just learn where you want to draw the line? Then you should be the boss in that line. So without your permission, nobody will cross the line and will come to you.
And is she here now?
She is in my college, but
Wow, okay.
she's second year.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. So, I mean, people are choosing this as a career, because I did see, because I do this in the context of where we are coming. I do go to colleges as well.
I have a small change.
Yeah.
People do choose this career, but hardly people pursue in this career. I must say, this is not a white collar job, and this is not a fascinated job only doing a food plating. So you see, chefs are only doing food plating things.
Yeah, yeah.
You see only
The television.
chef, yeah. You see in Instagram. If you look into reels, you will see the chefs are coming with the big hats and you're doing your presentations and preparations and going off. No, that's not the job. I'm still working for 11 hours, 10 hours a day. I travel nearly 1.5 hours one side and going back middle of the night. When I reach home, everyone will be sleeping at home.
Yeah.
So I still do struggle in my career to get up right. So see, I had nearly 60 students in my class, hotel management back home. I think it's only 3 or 4 people still in the industry. Nobody. I mean, it need a passion.
It's a difficult job.
For me, it's not a job. I'm living in it. I'm loving in it.
Yeah.
So those who consider this as a job, they won't survive.
Mm.
Those who like it, those who love it, they feel okay, it's good. So my service people say, I mean, you are the only one I've seen working with so much of passion, so working with so much of love and so much of smile. And you are such a worse up in the past as well. I just eat my food quality is only one thing.
Yeah.
So if I didn't like, if I played something, and if you consider and take it very lightheartedly, and I'll get my piece off. So I might shout. Doesn't mean that I don't like you, but my only concern is my value has to reach the team or reach the customers. That's the only thing.
Yeah. So I did hear this from a couple of the master chefs in the television that, people do think, I mean, cooking is an art, right?
It is.
It's not just science, right? It's art as well. It's science, but at the same time, it's art. So it's an amazing way of like how you present your food, how you kind
And
of
it's not school
use your
feeding.
ingredients. Yeah.
And it's not school feeding. See, I'm still learning.
Yeah.
If I see some new ingredients, and it's every day learning.
Yeah.
If I see something, I can't say, look, and I'm everything, and I've done everything, and so I don't need anything more. But no, I can't say that. I'm still learning. If I just walk through the round, I walked through this round in the evening on the near Tower Bridge. There was a guy with a peanut.
Mm-hmm.
His
Caramel peanuts.
Caramel peanut.
Yeah.
His aroma is very nice.
Yeah, amazing.
I sit there and see where the aroma coming from.
Yeah.
So I want to keep my food with that aroma.
So true.
So
true.
he's doing extra vanilla essence to something, and so what I've done, see, I just sit there. I took a photo of his on my phone and edited nicely. I got a something. I mean, a mobile photograph. I like it. So
I can completely relate to this because we were in Delhi with the family, like in India trip, and we were going to India Gate to see, right? India Gate and Parliament, New Parliament and all. On my way, I was just walking. We parked the car and we were walking there. Something struck in my mind, and it was that masala wala.
yeah.
It's amazing. So it's like, oh my God, this is like tremendous. How? But small people, small things, and people who does that
Yeah.
can change your life.
Yes.
The way you look at it.
Yes.
You're so true. And I can completely relate
So
to the
I've been
London,
there. I
London
took a
peanut story.
I took a photo of him and I edited nicely. I show him. See,
Yeah.
so he liked the photo. So he said, "What can you send me?" So I sent these photos, and I stand there. He said, "Shall I give you a peanut?" No, I said no. But where the smell coming from? So then he said he showed me the
He
things.
explained you the
Yeah,
trick.
so that's what it is. I mean, see, learn every day. Doesn't matter. You have to learn from the executive chefs. So it doesn't matter. You have to learn from the big chefs. Even street boy or even the housewives or even the house moms, they will teach you the tricks.
Brilliant. That brings me to the other question actually, the creative journey of being a chef, because you picked up Indian
Yes.
cuisine, but when I was again researching on your stuff, like when I saw the last name Kuriakosa, and all,
Kuriakose.
I was like, is he really Indian guy? Now let me go back and check your Wikipedia and all that stuff. Where is this coming from? Are you a
I don't
French?
know. I think no, I'm not a French. I think it's from Portugal influence or something. I don't know.
Okay.
My dad's name is Kuriakos. I think it's a typical Malo Christian name.
Oh, okay.
Some influences somewhere. They got many
From the Portuguese
Kuriakoses.
background,
Yeah,
okay.
somewhere.
Yeah.
So got many Kuriakos in those areas.
Oh, okay.
So there are many Kuriakos. I mean,
No,
I think
it
it's some
was a very
influence.
interesting name though.
Some influence came to Christian community back home.
But the question basically there is, when you work on Indian cuisine, but do you try to kind of
Yeah,
move away and bring the creative
I
stuff
did.
from, the other like Italian stuff?
I did.
Like how about Italian, Indian together? But I don't know. Yeah.
What I have done, and see, you're talking about a fusion thing. So I have done a fusion kind of things, but not to grab anyone's taste or not to grab anyone's uniqueness to my kitchen. But I try to adapt their cooking techniques. I try to adapt their ingredients. I try to adapt presentation styles to the Indian food. So if you talk about Indian food, agar dal diya, butter chicken diya, bowl mein cream dal diya, kadam. So then I started, okay, it's not the way. I mean, Indian food is such a good, I mean, palate wise, taste wise, creative wise, the spices wise, everything, it's so big. I mean, why can't we present in such a way people falls for it? So then I started doing food presentations. Same Indian food, same thing, in a different way of presenting. I started deconstructing big things. I mean,
I still remember you were buttonedly in Nehru Center.
Yeah.
When you was in it was so good in terms of presentation, because we had idli from childhood, like from 35 years I've had my idlis. But when I saw your idli, it was like fascinating, super fascinating. How did this
Simple
guy
things, all simple
thought
things.
about this simple things?
And
Yeah, it's
what my
amazing.
concern is, I do serve a tikki on the wooden panel. I mean, I got some wooden panels after there were wooden things on the floor. So there were loads lying there. I just cooked 10 or 15 in my kitchen. I washed them nicely and kept in the office. So sometimes I serve starters on them. So after feeding the starters, I tell them, see, the same wooden what I got on the floor. This is what I taste. Yeah, but my only concern is there are lots of people. I mean, my whole concept is trying to get in Malayali food or Kerala food into the onto the government world or government market. So people, if any community, people know what butter chicken is. People know what dal makhani is, and they never know what my local cuisine has got. So what I was trying to say is, okay, I'll bring Malayali food in a very presented manner to the world and saying that, okay, this is what is it. This is what my childhood memory is lying. Okay, I was trying to build up a story behind each and every dish and being a cultural or food ambassador for my own culture. That's what I'm trying to do with my own thing.
Every dish should tell a story.
It's
a line from God.
See why if I serve a 5 course or 6 course menu, sometimes I go on each course and I tell them, okay, why it's been influenced me. There are small elements. It could be from my childhood memories. There's son papadi on my card. Sometimes I keep a laddu on top of son papadi and give. So when I give son papadi, I feel like when I was childhood, there were Bombay guys who are coming with son papadi. They had in big barrels of glass jar, has got lots of son papadi. They just make a name. They'll come around. I didn't have money, so what I do, me and my younger brother, while brushing, we just go everywhere. We'll get the cashew nut. So we get cashew trees on the. I mean, we didn't have. The neighbors has got a cashew trees. So we get all these cashew nuts in the morning, and we gather and keep it in with us. So we give 10 cashew nuts. We'll get a coon of a barter system. We didn't have money. So food was only concern from the childhood.
Yeah. That makes it. Oh my God, that's a great story. All right. So moving on to the probably last segment of our discussion is two main questions for me. Whenever I go to Indian cuisines, especially in London, so there is, okay, correct me if I'm wrong, okay, but what I've noticed is there's a stereotype on Indian food. So when you say Indian food, people across the globe think in certain way, and when I actually try to compare it, it's actually not true.
No.
So have you seen stereotypes in your restaurant when people,
See, I stopped going to Indian restaurants in Essex.
Yeah.
I'm living in Essex.
Yeah.
I never take my family to Essex Indian restaurants.
Oh, okay.
I took couple of times. I took them, my family. I felt like hitting the chef.
Okay.
Not that I'm the best. To insult Indian food. They
So
come
what are
up with
those
the butter
stereotypes?
chicken.
Can you explain me
See,
quickly?
they come up with the butter chicken in the yellowish in color with so much of sweet, and they come up with the chicken tikka with very sweet mango chutney in it. See, you serve whatever you want, but name it what you want. Don't claim it. Okay, this is butter chicken. So I had a guest a couple of years before. He sent my butter chicken back. So I was very curious. I mean, I go and speak to him. He said, "No, this is not right. So no, this is not creamy enough. This is not sweet enough." Then I realized, okay, what exactly he wants. So I made another curry, and personally, he was very happy. So I told him, said, I don't mind giving you another curry, but I don't claim it as butter chicken. I just narrated, I just transformed a curry into your palate and given to you. But see, he's been eating those as a butter chicken. So he never seen a natural butter chicken, what exactly is. So from his childhood onwards, he's seen, okay, he's been known or he's been told that, okay, this is butter chicken. We can't blame him.
Yeah, that's true.
So when that comes, which is quite...
There's also one more stereotype, right? I just want to clear it to the audience as well, that Indian food is a lot of masala, a lot of...
Okay.
Which is good in a way, but a lot of people do avoid because it's not healthy.
I'll say in such a way, people has got a wrong perception. Spicy and spice. Spicy is chili, hot, Spices is those spices. I mean, I got my 14 spices in my garam masala.
True.
It doesn't mean that it's heated up. So that's how it is. I mean, British has got only one black pepper. They're doing everything with that black pepper. We have got nearly whatever we have. Each and every thing, each and every spices you have got, it's all medicinal values. So we adapt that. But still, it doesn't...
Is that story told enough to the world is my question. Because I do see my friends, my English friends, or the, I mean, I lived in America as well. So my American friends saying, okay, it's oh my God, we cannot deal
See,
with this.
sometimes
Is it because of this narrative?
sometimes I mean, Brit palate is they consider to be very mild palate. So Indian palate is considerably it's a hot palate.
True.
So, but it's not always right. So when the Brit palate, they wanted the correct Indian food, or they want the authentic Indian food.
Correct. So
See, I had a duck vindaloo in my menu. I had Indian. He said, like, can you give me mild vindaloo? So I said, there's no something called
Nothing called
mild
mild,
vindaloo. I can get a curry which is quite mild, and I don't claim it as a vindaloo.
Yeah.
So I've got a British people coming in, can you make my butter chicken a bit more spicy?
Yeah.
So you'll get all those things in and around.
So and you deal with that.
Yeah, but see, considerably people say it's when it's talk about Indian food, they say it's a curry bowl, the curry night. When they had a Bollywood night when it says it's only curry, but it's not only the curry, but yeah, it is what it is. People who know, they know what exactly it is.
Brilliant. And okay, and now as I said, like I'm coming to the last segment of the interview. So now it's more like what is in like for Indian diaspora, because I'm more interested in Indian diaspora in UK, and our conversation is also targeted to mostly Indian diaspora. So like two things. One is in terms of this field of culinary art, what is that students coming from India can do?
Okay.
Or if they want to pick up something in this career, that's one question.
Okay.
I'll also ask the second question. What are the platforms that you know where if I'm an Indian but I don't know cooking properly,
Yeah.
I mean, do you have any platforms where you actually teach culinary or
Okay.
things like that? Yeah, let's talk about more on the Indian diaspora. How
Okay,
you
we do have a master classes. I do take some. So it's like we do server recipes. We cook together. It's like sometimes we do take it as a master class. The second thing, so when the students comes in, okay, I came in this country to learn hotel management or culinary management. So I came in this country. I stick with Indian restaurants. I know it was low paid. It was a 6 day job. I still stick with Indian kitchen. I wasn't getting the skills on. But the people are coming here. They are not. They're not career oriented, I must say. See, people coming here to do hotel management or culinary management or hospitality management, they work as delivery boys. They work as any other shop. They work as what do you call like cash in hand jobs and off license shops. These jobs doesn't give them any hands on or any skills or any experience, but these jobs might give them money.
True, so true.
I had friends. There was a guy. He forcefully just took me to one of the restaurants, and I was there for nearly 4 years. But then he moved to delivery boy. So they all had fun. So they only work for 4 days or 5 days. Saturday and Sundays they're just going around, playing around. So my Friday, Saturday, Sundays are like a hell for me. So I know what I wanted, and I stick with what I wanted.
Yeah.
So they knew what they wanted, but they didn't stick with what they wanted because they wanted some easy life. They wanted some pleasure, or they wanted some happy-going momentums in their early stage. But I must say, I couldn't find any of them in this country at this time. But I'm still in this country. So where do you want to pursue? Just get the experience from those particular things. You'll get success.
So that's your message. It's a serious.
I must say, because see, for example, you came in this country, a friend of mine who came in this country to learn finance. Okay, if he didn't get a job in finance department, initially he worked many places, but he tried to get into finance jobs. He got an opportunity to get into finance job, but he still didn't want it because there's no enough money. But he wanted to do something else to get more money. Obviously, he may want to do the fees and everything, but it's all personal things. But he can't blame that, okay, he didn't have any experience. When the time he finished the courses, he didn't have anything. It's only the certificates. Even in this country, if you become a doctor, if you become a nurse, if you don't have actual skills, you can't even have an injection, right? So you can't say that, I have done nursing for 4 years and now I'm the best. No, you won't get the way in. You have to do, you have to check. The experience, what matters is. So, and the second thing, don't consider this as your final destination. See, I know friends, They came in this country. They have done good studies. They're going back into Middle East. They are ruling the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
There's
people,
plenty of opportunities in the
yeah.
Middle East as well.
So people are considering this as a final destination. Then the disappointments comes. No, it is not. It's if you couldn't make any better opportunities here, try something else. You have a good value of your certificates with you. If you've done a good course, get the maximum out of it. Don't land up in Uber driver. Don't land up in
Makes sense.
yeah. That's what it is.
Absolutely.
It give you money. I mean, but on a long term, it doesn't.
True. So true. So true. So true.
I
But
work
if there are merit students, right?
Yeah.
Chef Shobhan. So let's go. I mean, I understand there's bad boys, bad girls in the classroom, but there are also this cream who's struggling a lot. They want to pursue it, but unfortunately, at times, it's as you said, like you have seen tough journey
Yes,
as
yes.
well. So there could be a bunch of them who are still struggling. So is there a way we can help them? I mean, is there something? I mean, you hope you're getting my point. I mean,
See,
like as we,
I can talk only
diaspora-
about my culinary, my industry.
No, I'm talking about your industry.
So what
purely your
happens
industry.
is when I see when my Instagrams, when my social medias, I do get lots of messages. Chef, can you help me? Oh, Cheta, can you help me? I mean, I have done this, I have done that. So at this moment, I'm connected with many people, restaurateurs, friends, chefs. Friends are opening restaurants. So see, I'm more connected. So whenever I get such messages, I given my mobile number. I tell them, okay, send me your CV.
Okay.
I can't promise anything.
No.
So I'll send you somebody else.
No, absolutely.
If you've been picked up, then your CV matters.
Okay.
So that's how I help people.
I'm more talking about, is there a platform for
I
those
don't think
as
there's
in
a platform.
like, you know, for example, okay, let me explain you. Like we have Tamil Sangam, right?
Oh,
In
yeah.
Tamil.
I'm connected with everyone.
Yeah, I know. Like, or we have, Telugu Association or Telangana Association of United Kingdom. So these are all for the cultural elements.
Yes.
We have groups
I
who
haven't
actually brings. But similarly, for culinary, do you have any platform where people
there
can
is-
come and connect?
No, I don't
Nothing
think so.
as
There is something called the global tourism and hospitality industry from the Tamil background.
Oh, okay.
One Mr. Jacob.
Jacob Naughty?
No.
Oh, okay.
The Nodi is different. He was tutors while
Yeah, okay.
there was another Jacob. I mean, he been invited me and given me an award for the young hospitality. It was it was in Westminster actually. So he has got a hospitality background connection, but I don't know how this helps the new people are coming in. I haven't seen or I haven't heard about any.
Maybe think about it. It could be one of
That's
the.
a good thing. So what I do, I mean,
Just create
whenever
a platform
yeah.
probably. So, you will segregate and you will scrutinize people coming in. Only take the people. It's more like giving the opportunity for them to see what it means.
Yeah.
Rather than I'm not saying that you should create jobs.
See,
No, that's not
at the moment,
intention.
what happens is we got a chefs, I got a community, and then like a WhatsApp groups, big chefs are there. I'm also part of it.
Yeah.
So if we need anything, if you got any doubt, we just put the message in the group. So we'll
Brilliant.
get collectively ideas.
Brilliant.
So there are chefs from London around. I mean, if you know, okay, for example, okay, we need a vegan bread or we need a vegan so and so. Do we got any suppliers? So then we'll get messages in. So okay, chef, I know somebody. Okay, take this.
Yeah, brilliant.
See, that's how it works. I mean, we get connect to each other's, but I don't think so. Any other because there are such good platform with Craft Guild of Chefs from the English diaspora, and there are such platforms from the Indian.
Probably it'll happen at some point.
Maybe,
Or there's something we can find out. And the final question. Let's close it with this. So, for chefs who's not taking it as a career, working in some hotels, or the people who are picking up hotel management as a study, have you seen they becoming entrepreneurs a lot, opening their own chain of restaurant opening? And how is that changing? Because the reason I'm asking this is because I'm part of the Indian Business Network. Probably I've been as well, and I've been talking to various people across. So there's a wave of entrepreneurship now.
Yes.
So it's no more like kids are not looking for jobs.
I know
So
why.
how is that changing now in your area?
For example, what happened is if the chef is quite well known, so and you got the money, you want to be open a restaurant, you have to depend on the chef, right? So basically, what happens is, I mean, you have to catch hold of somebody, you have to appoint as a job, and how good you can trust this guy. So, for example, you've been salaried. For example, okay, you open a restaurant, you salaried me into the restaurant, and you can't trust me. If I get 100 pounds more, and I probably go. So then you have to catch up of any other guy and replace me. The new guy probably thinking in different way. The menu comes over here and there. So you have already made a group of business clients. Then that suddenly changes. So it's like a kiosk. So it's a good idea for a businessman. Okay, keep a chef as a business partner, and you work together.
So that's happening.
See you. That's how
That's
it is.
happening a lot. Okay, that's good. That's good.
I'm still an employee. No
That's good. So, but you see that it's an amazing platform. I mean, as in this career
So obviously,
is
see,
picking up very
so
well.
people are moving on the careers, right?
Yeah,
See,
yeah, which is good.
he started from there, and okay, somewhere he's landing as his own boss. So yeah, it's a stepping stone.
We would like you to continue your social media journey as well. You are
Thank you.
inspiring a lot of people, and the amazing stuff you are posting there. So social media. So continue to do that.
Thank you so much.
And continue inspiring people. And thank you so much for taking
Pleasure,
the time
it's all mine.
and hosting us in the.
And happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I don't know whether it's good really, cause. So, but yeah, thank you so much. And guys, you have heard from him, but you have seen how difficult the journey was. So I mean, it's not easy, right? For anybody to just come and pick up the success. It doesn't happen that way. It's not an overnight story. So I mean, I wish all of you learned something from this conversation, hopefully. And we will try to give you the details of Chef Joplin as well. I mean, you can search him, he's in Wikipedia. And then just go and...
You have Wikipedia?
Yeah.
One of my friend,
Yeah.
he just opened a Wikipedia, he kept it for himself, and he given me a link on my birthday saying that, Chef, this is my birthday gift for you.
Wow.
And I never seen him. Still, I didn't get a chance to meet him.
But you're on social media, very prominent.
So I got some good friends around. I got
good.
connected with good people.
Brilliant.
That's it is all about.
Yeah.
When you good stuff, so when there are people who will connect you automatically like you.
Yeah, I know. Brilliant. Thank you so much,
Pleasure.
Chef.
Thank you very much. Sir.
Brilliant. Have
Pleasure.
fun.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, guys.